The books you share with your children now will become part of who they'll be in the future. The Balancing Act has teamed up with the Children's Book Council to showcase some incredible children's book authors who can help inspire the youngsters in your life. And this morning, we would like to welcome award-winning author Barbara Bottner to our show to tell us all about her latest book, Miss Brooks Loves Books and I Don't. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much.
I read this book and had an absolute blast. It's about a young girl who doesn't like to read, and then it's book week and she has to pick a book. Tell me about the story.
Yeah, book week is a star in my book.
Yeah.
It's true. This is a very curmudgeon-y, resistant reader, and she's faced with an over-the-top lunatic enthusiast in Miss Brooks,
yes,
who's a librarian.
Yes.
And the question is, it's a good power struggle. Who's going to win? And Missy is winning until book week happens, and then she's got to find a book, and she's loaded down with books, and she complains about all of them.
Right.
And this is the miracle of book week. Kids start reading during book week, and because the pressure is on her, she looks at one book and she finds one thing in one book, and it's kind of an homage to William Steig because the book is Shrek.
Yes.
And the minute her mother says the word warts, she crosses over to the other side and becomes an avid reader of a book that means something to her, because she likes ogres and she likes things that are disgusting. And so now she has found her way into reading. And I think one of the thrills I had in writing this book was really discovering, breaking it down, why certain kids take longer to read than other kids. Right. Sometimes it's really simply a matter of finding a book that speaks to them.
You've had personal experiences with this, right, in dealing and working with children.
I have, because I was a teacher a long time ago, and I wasn't trained. I was a kindergarten teacher that, if you studied for 5 minutes, they put you in the classroom, and I didn't have any skills. So I had a kid who absolutely would not speak, a little tiny boy, had brothers and sisters who could dress him, put his hat on, put his scarf on. He didn't have to do anything. He didn't have to say anything. And I didn't know how to deal with him. So during book week, I had him pick out a book quietly, read that book to the class, and when we were done the next day, I went over to him and I asked him if he could tell me the name of the donkey in the book. And his first words that he ever spoke in my class, Sylvester, from Sylvester and the Magic Pebble, turned him around, and he became, a regular kid.
So it really is about finding that character, that thing that children are attracted to or engaged by. You do it so beautifully in this book because you bring in other characters from other books like Shrek or The Hungry Caterpillar. Was that your intention?
Yes, absolutely, because she's got taste issues. See, that's what it's really about.
Yes.
And I was once at a school where they were celebrating me, and big banners and posters and my books all around, and kids standing on line to get my signature. And one little boy appeared several times during the day with this very flat affect, walked up to me and said, "I like peanuts." Peanuts. Not having Barbara Bottner. I like peanuts, and every time he saw me, he made sure that he reported again that he liked peanuts. And it was a great thing, because I had to respect this very early decision of his of a taste issue. That's what he liked.
Right.
So there's a lot of respect that we have. If we have respect and we pay attention, I think children tell us a lot. And I don't think we have to have big, bold, movements to get kids to read if we really just kind of pay, tight attention to them.
And in the process, they really start figuring out who they are, their own opinions, their own tastes, which is important.
That's right. And another issue that came up for me after I wrote this book was I realized that I myself am both a crazy, over-the-top book enthusiast, like Miss Brooks, but I'm also like Missy, the character that I created, who is impossible to please, because in my own book club, I'm Missy. Right. I'm famous for disapproving, not liking the book. I didn't finish the book. I never wanted I'm impossible. And I said, oh my God, I'm Missy too. It's all here.
It's all in you.
And we all have that. We all have places that we're not going to do business until something really moves us.
Well, you do a fantastic job of representing that in this book for young kids. Thank you so much for writing it, and thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thanks for inviting me.
I'm just so thrilled that you were here, and I want to make sure that people see the cover of the book. This is Miss Brooks Loves Books and I Don't. And if you'd like to find out more information about Barbara Bottner and her many books, just check out barbarabottnerbooks.com. And to learn more about getting your child to love books or to find some great reading lists, go to the Children's Book Council's website at cbcbooks.org. And be sure to tune in tomorrow as we continue with our children's book series with author Josephine Nabiso. You don't want to miss it, so be sure to check that out.